Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nick the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. Marlene, what's going on, baby? First things first, hopefully everything is in accordance with everybody, and hopefully everybody's having a blessed, joyous Thursday morning, afternoon, evening. Hopefully everybody getting through the day, almost to the weekend. Again, if y'all got something planned for the weekend, make sure that y'all staying observant. Just trying to stay as healthy as possible. For those who might be out and about right now, especially those in the city, it look like we gonna get some rain and some actual good rain. But nonetheless, still had to take this walk. Still had to take this talk. Was supposed to start this morning, but I had a few things to deal with more and more. Um, Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday morning for the live. Definitely was a good one. And appreciate everybody that popped in on the backup for the music. I was supposed to do a live stream last night, but I ain't want to lie to you, I couldn't really do much enough. For it to be a quote unquote slow night, it wasn't that much of a slow night at work. So, but I am going to have a little open panel tonight, definitely speaking on a couple things that I've come across, not just archives, but stuff that just happened recently and now is getting brought to the light. And honestly, some of this stuff is almost a repeated pattern of things that I be speaking about. I think it's time to come to some sort of conclusion, but like I said, I'll definitely speak about that tonight. If it's not a conclusion, just got to figure out why, and if not why, you know, just got to get down to the whole nitty gritty of it. You have some people again who are supposed to be doing certain things and keeping certain things under wraps, even towards the household, but they're not keeping it under wraps. Some of these people are actually getting caught for stuff that they did years ago, eons ago. You know, and they getting caught as far as now you have to explain it, especially if it doesn't hit the internet or if it doesn't hit worldwide. Um, for some, y'all might have heard about that situation a while back with some of the people from Freaknik are now trying to get these, well, they were trying to get the guys and not put certain things out and publish certain things out. But the problem with that is, regardless of how old it is, you know, if you already had kids around that time frame when you went to that event, um, you knew what you signed up for. And I say this all the time to a degree. Be mindful of what you into and just make sure it's not gonna make you look crazy. I granted it was a big event, and for some people it only happens once in the blue, and you want to be part of the whole celebration and stuff, and that's all grand. I can't tell everybody not to go. I can't, but see, there's just some instances where there are events going on, and some people are even to the point of bringing their kids to these events. So again, you are technically, you know, falling down the pattern I speak about. Give me 1 second already. Already, I don't even be going nowhere. My bad, y'all. Angel, what's going on, baby? BMF, what's going on, my guy? Tamika, what's going on, baby? Looney Tunes, going on? What's going on? Um, you know, and again, there's just some things now that people wish they didn't do. And don't get it twisted. Everybody makes a mistake. Some people might have to pay the ultimate consequences for their mistakes, depending on how far they went. And again, I granted it's events. It's for the adults. Yes, it's supposed to be for the adults, but you have some events that are not really for the kids at all, and the adults will bring these kids to these events. I think that's a problem because, in my opinion, that's basically you generalizing sex to the kids. You are giving them a clear visual on this is how things should be moving. Yeah. Like you can't sit here and turn an event like that into something positive. I'm sorry, you can't. And the reason I say that is because again, it's a certain standard that you should be standing by. You know, because guess what? Who you got to explain that to in the long run? And I'm talking about for those who got kids. Who you got to explain that to in the long run? Your kids. And it's not just events like Freaknik. It was another one I was Mocha Fest and something else. There's been a couple of little events where people are definitely wild all the way out. And again, you're showing the world that this is just what it's supposed to be. You're giving a clear insight that this is how. Yeah, you want to mingle, you want to do whatever. You shoot, you want to get your rocks off. Don't matter how young you are. This is how you're supposed to do it. No, no. Some things are just not supposed to be recorded. Some things are not supposed to be put out there. And if you one of those people that you feel like you private, then I don't think that's the best move for you to be doing. But again, I will speak about that tonight. Kind of goes back what I was saying, morals and bringing back that fabric to a degree. No, not everybody going to live a perfect goody two shoes life, but it's just some things that you know you really shouldn't be having presented out there. And then some things that some people probably don't know about you that if things like that happen. Oh, now you know the playing field and got changed a little bit. No, come on, like something got to give. You know, you want to have your fun. All right, have your fun. But the way I was having fun, that was more like privacy bedroom type fun or no kids around type of fun. And even still, it shouldn't be recorded. Because again, in the long run, some of these things, when they get on the internet, they surface. Or if they coming from something old, regardless, it's going to be circled around. So when it's circled around, what you going to do then? Being honest with you. What's good, my guy? Chilling? No, you got to ask that question. Now, for some, it's not going to be a problem only because if some of the things you took part in, you didn't have no kids, you was young, all right, that's different. But I'm talking about those who was already parents, etc., still going to these events. How do you explain that to your youngins? That you was out here busting it open for the world or getting up with random strangers at an event? And some things you gotta be critical on. Again, critical thinking do come back into hand. Parago, what's going on, baby? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely speak on that tonight because again, it kind of goes back into specific standards and principles. You know, you got kids. There's just some events you shouldn't really be partaking in, and if you want to partake in those events, make sure ain't nothing being recorded that don't need to be recorded. If you about to do something private, even if it is with somebody, whether it's your significant other or somebody random, you better make sure ain't nothing being recorded, and you better make sure that you protect it at all times too. Because don't get it twisted. Some of these events do lead to unwanted or pregnancies that ain't nobody. Damn, who the I gotta test this one. It. Some of them situations do lead to not just unwanted pregnancies, but again, a divide in the home because again, who the father? And for some of y'all, you just gotta ask, how you gonna explain to your kids, prime example, you don't know who their father is? That's the one thing you should be asking for those who are doing these type of things. You gotta think about the questions and the answers you're gonna have to give to these youngins when they get a little older and wiser. But yeah, we definitely gonna speak on that tonight. Another thing I've been seeing kind of circling around, seeing something where I wouldn't care if that was I wouldn't care if that was supposed to be quote unquote funny or however they might have tried to present it. It shouldn't have been presented. Watched one with a caption saying, "When my kids' friends come over." This lady looked like she could be a grandma, if not that. Why are you sliding on the couch with something short on, like just trying to be funny? I don't care if it was trying to post a video. That's creepy behavior right there when you're doing certain things like that. And it don't look good. And honestly, I feel some people when they make, sometimes you really need to think before you do something. If you're going to do a video, even if it's going to be funny, you can't be to a point where it's offending people neither, or it's making people think, you know, you might actually be that type of creep. I seen the same thing with some of these dudes too, doing some real creepy stuff, and it's like, come on now. This is the problem we have again now, as far as trying to protect and trying to keep certain people from experiencing and seeing what's going on out here. Some of y'all just doing the utmost. There's a time and a place for everything again. Anita, what's going on, baby? I know top of the morning to all y'all on the West Coast still. Top of the afternoon to everybody on the East. And top of the evening to everybody in the UK, baby. Oh, and you know me. Happy Friday to all you future babies that's in Australia and everywhere else. Still all love, baby. But yeah, read stuff like this. Again, we're going to end up really talking about it tonight. Because, I ain't gonna lie, that was just disrespectful on all angles. Because again, like, you old enough to know better, and you would do something that you thought it was cute, but honestly, it looks kind of creepy. And some people have to stop doing that. You know, some people have to stop doing that. Think before you do things, even when it come down to making videos and stuff. If you want to make a funny video, make sure that it's actually funny and not distasteful, or it doesn't give that overall aura that is cringeworthy. And listen, it's all right to be a little strange, but when you're doing certain things out in the public that you know is completely strange, that's a problem. Again, some people just be lacking attention, and I think that's why some people do what they do because they want that attention so badly. Again, they do. It goes to show, you know, they not adequate or they not getting the love they think they should be getting. Or in some cases, some people are trying to be hip and trying to show that either they still got it or they can still flaunt it. And for some people, it needs to stop on all angles. They do. Mayhem, what's going on, baby? I already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. Um, Again, it should make you think. I'm gonna see if I find that clip because I ain't gonna lie, it made me mad, and I'm just mad on all angles because I seen that and I seen something else because I'm just like, yo, y'all can't be serious. And this is exactly why, again, we be having these problems with these youth the way we have it, or why we just having a problem in society the way we having it. Because there's some things that are just being, again, overlooked and not given a damn about. And if any time you feel that it's comfortable, and I say this for the record, to be doing things along the nature, and you end up recording something you shouldn't be recording, or you put out something that shouldn't be put out. You cannot get mad at the consequences, or you can't get mad at what happens after that. Seriously. And again, what do you explain to the future generations that's coming? Even if you, like, prime example, again, I can see, even if you didn't have kids, all right, that's different. You didn't have kids, you was young, you was carefree, that's different. But for those who have kids, maybe even grandkids, how do you explain, things of that nature to them? Be truthful on that. Appreciate you, BMF. And I think that's the problem. We overlook certain things that we know for a fact could be at some point questioned. And yeah, you're gonna have to answer a lot of those questions. Because the questions are gonna be 9 out of 10 coming from your offspring. So like I said, tonight we definitely gonna chime in on that. And part of tonight's conversation is some of it has been not just Freaknik or the old videos that surface on, but it's also about a bunch of different fests that been going on. And again, if everybody gonna go out and about and be old freaky deaky, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But again, it's just some things that should never be presented or put out there in the public like that. Not even on the videos, because guess what? At some point, it's gonna resurface. I wouldn't care if it was 40 years down the line. Something like that might damage a lot of y'all, especially if some of y'all already done got into a comfortable position in life. You gotta think about that. You're not gonna be able to sit here and dodge that neither. That's just like if you out here and you getting caught giving fellatio and something else out here. How you gonna explain that to your kid? Again, it's some situations where I've seen some people actually, they've done certain things, but not go to the extremes like some people would, and that's because they still had a moral and a principle about themselves. They know not to take their profession just beyond their profession. Don't take nothing above that. And if you are going to take something above that, you might as well just go all the way out and do what you was doing. Oh snap! I hear you, Mayhem. Oh yeah. Before I get even more into deep, whatever. Um, Congratulations again to everybody who just got monetized recently, partially monetized on the way to it. Again, just make sure you putting out the best that you can put out. Keep doing what you're doing and keep striving. Love, baby. What's going on, baby? And again, for those who need it, the support is what it is. Y'all need them links drop. Drop them. Watch time, whatever. Y'all know what it is. See, again, this is what you get, a variety over here. Um, but yeah, I gotta find that clip. And I'm sorry because I'm starting to see that some of these adults, they not moving like adults again. And then what you got the kids looking up to? The kids are basically seeing you move even worse than them. We building, what's going on, my guy? And see, like with these events that I'm gonna speak about tonight, it's sad because again, it's not just the youngins that's at these events. You got people that's well into their age, over 30s, over 40s, kids, all of that, grandkids. Like you're putting yourself in these events not knowing what the possibilities could be. And then again, what happens if you get an unwanted pregnancy? Because some of y'all not being fucking smart. I'm sorry to say it. Some of y'all have been careless and then get these situations. And again, what are you going to be able to tell your child when they ask who their father is or why you not with the father? Got to think about stuff like that. Earth, what's going on, baby? I'm saying sometimes you got to make a moral and a conscious decision on what you're doing. Not saying you can't have your fun and be wild, but again, it's a time and a place for certain things. No, again, I've always felt like this. If you single, you ain't got no kids, no real responsibilities. Hey, live free, do what you do. But in the same token, still be safe. No, again, let's not forget, there's still diseases going on right now. There's still certain situations where people are lying about their health going on right now. So in that same token, you gotta make sure you don't get caught up in the hype. I hear you, mayhem. Shoot, there's a lot of people that's on their way right now to that 1K. And again, just keep striving, keep doing what you're doing. You know, you put in the time, the effort, and the work, everything does pan out. But you know, you just gotta be mindful of that. All right, you just gotta be mindful. Mookie, what's going on, my guy? You know, but that's what I'm saying. Gotta be mindful. Those things right there gonna come back and bite you in the neck one way or another. Now, look, you got some people who really don't want to be out there like that. But then again, you put yourself out there. You was out there getting recorded. You wasn't even being aware of certain situations in your surroundings. Because I've seen some people go to these events, but they actually go and have a good time and nothing else goes on besides that. And then you got others, like I said, at some point you get an unwanted pregnancy or something else. And again, in that instance, what are you going to tell your future offspring when it's a situation where, again, there is no father present? I'd ask that. But again, I'm definitely speak about that. I'm going to go deep into that tonight. Oh, and if I find that clip that I was telling you that made me disturbed, I'm putting that up there too. Again, that shit just got me pissed all the way off. And I'm like, you really got people out here doing wild stuff and ain't taking accountability for nothing. And again, think before you do. Like I said, it's one thing if you're going, prime example, you're going to be a content creator. Like even on here, you're going to be a content creator. You're going to put out whatever content you're putting out. As long as it don't offend and it doesn't give that aspect of ill vibes, hey, do what's comfortable. Definitely appreciate y'all dropping links and showing love in here. Definitely some good people. Oh, I'm gonna bring something else up too, because I've been seeing some interesting and reading some interesting things. And actually, one of the things I heard recently definitely been floating around. But you know, I gotta get my 2 cents on that one. I don't feel he was far off. Like I said, we'll definitely bring that into consideration tonight. It's funny. You'd be surprised what you come across. That's why I said for some of those people who act like there's no way to bring content, there's ways. You just gotta be about it. And then certain things, I don't even have to watch the news. I don't have to look at nothing on here, anything. I see half of the same things I see every day. So this is why I say there's certain things that will always be talked about because it can be broken down. Yeah, tonight definitely gonna be a good one. Another thing that kind of threw me off. Um, Dude said something, and honestly, where some people would have got offended, some people definitely would have tried to, downplay the situation or even try to flip the situation. He didn't say nothing that was offensive at all. He didn't say nothing that wasn't far from the truth. He said something along the lines of, how y'all sit here and say, you know, the young men ain't basically said the young men ain't shit. Like how some people would say, oh, you young men or you old men or just men in general ain't shit. Then again, you can't necessarily say that neither because for real, like the last 35 years or so, y'all depended on the government to be your man. I couldn't get mad at that. He spoke some fucking truth. What you want me to tell you? He said for the last 35 years or so, y'all been sitting here talking about the men ain't shit, the men ain't shit, the kids ain't shit. But he's like, when there's no fathers in the damn household for the last 35 years or so, how could you be upset about anything? It was just like, I caught a clip the other day with Project Pat. He had said something about the reason why some of the situations are going on in Memphis. Think about it. There's no real fathers in the household, so a lot of this shit that's going on, look, taking on the characteristics of the main parent. So you're gonna mostly think emotional on a certain stance when you should be trying to be logical. I didn't feel nothing wrong about that situation either. He spoke truth. Like, but this is the problem when actual men speak truth on actual things, we get the oh, but y'all get offended too quickly. Riaz, what's going on, my guy? You get offended too quickly. You can't get offended when somebody is telling you a generalization of what's going on and how it's affecting something. I really take into consideration. I know it's not all women that really just chose the government over an actual man to try to provide. No, there's a multitude of things, but in that instance right there, where how he was saying it, no, he's not far off. I don't know about the numbers, but it's kind of high still. Andre, what's going on, my guy? But it's the truth. It's not that far off. The last almost 40 years or so since whenever all of this got into motion, as far as child support and collecting public assistance, so on and so forth, you basically have. Oh wait, my mouth. I keep forgetting. See why you don't be man? Here we go. My little there we go. My little blue comfortability line right there. There we go. Shoot, it's still up there anyway in the description, so I still want to be safe. But it is essentially what's being said. You know, you basically said that's not just us; it's everybody, because it's not just the women in the community that's a high number. It's everybody. When you essentially accept any help and say that this person ain't doing much or like you have situations again. I've always felt like this. Should be no reason if we are married and everything else, I shouldn't have to worry about. We married, we living together. I'm raising these kids, and you still getting me for child support. That's got to be the corniest thing in the world because again, I'm literally essentially being broke. Basically, that's what you're telling me. Like even if I have a comfortable job, I'm essentially working just to be broke. Nah, I ain't gonna be going to do all that. Family dynamic is kind of gone, but then again, I feel at some point it'll make a rise again because at some point people are going to start being more active. But I didn't feel bad. I didn't even get mad. I couldn't get mad. I actually said, "Oh, should I applaud that?" Now, see, I could be honest with you. Rob, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes it's necessary. Not in all instances. I'm talking about if you know the person on either end is a deadbeat. Nah, they stick it to them. But for those who know for a fact they still going to be an active part of their child's life, one way or another. Why should I have to worry about that? Point blank. Just saying, you gotta think about that, man. Like it's a lot of different key elements. But again, the main element should be if we are gonna bring something into the world together. I don't give a damn if it was an act. I don't give. Look, if it was a one night, look here, we gonna be stuck for more than one night because guess what? We gotta raise this child one way or another. So, like I said, it's just getting back to the basics. Tanya, what's going on, baby? It's about really bringing back the strong fabric again. Family fabric is missing, and the family fabric, in my opinion, is being replaced with the stuff we see in society and the stuff we see even on these social medias. I'm sorry, I kept it above. Like I said, that I gotta find that video. If I do, I'm gonna pin that in there later. Because again, that kind of made me upset. Like you a whole grown woman and you just did something that, in my opinion, was creepy. Even to put that out there and still put it out there instead of saying, let me delete this. Like some people don't think, let me go over what I did before I just do it and let it be out there. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, once a child is involved, y'all both have to come together for some grand reason. The grand reason is to make sure your kid don't grow up in life screwed up. Am I right or wrong? And I honestly, again, feel like this. If you're going to allow your child to be a screw up, then you don't need to produce no more kids in life. If you're going to allow all your children to go through it, you definitely don't need to reproduce. I'm sorry. You have, again, some people who, again, they kids snatched by, right by the ACS, BCW, whatever you want to call it nowadays. Child services, don't matter. Especially if they know for a fact, this person is doing this, doing this. They not even stable enough to have. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different aspects to speak about. Don't be bringing kids in the world if you ain't fully prepared on any angle. Not even a roof over your head. And even if you are out and about to a degree, because some people might not even know what's what if they do go through something. But again, you better make sure you off them streets. And you know what's crazy? Some of those situations when they present itself, I think in my mind, I feel where some of the kids might be coming from. I know in the back of their mind, they more than not just hurt. They really want to say what some grown-ups would have been saying. You ain't nothing but a $2. But then again, it's a respect factor because that's still your parent at the end of the day. But then again, your parents are you are a representation of your parents and vice versa. I can't be sitting here proud of my parents. My parents dugged out, fighting every so often, doing this, doing that. Even can't do it. I can still love them and all, but there's just certain things I ain't gonna be able to resonate with. I'm not gonna be able to say, yeah, this is what it is. Again, when you have situations that are being presented and then there's kids involved, some point, you know, somebody gonna have to be logical, or you both gonna have to be logical and stand up on what you got to stand up on. I don't want my kid being out here in these streets wild crazy, and I definitely don't want my kid having a whole bunch of kids being loose in the streets, possibly getting burned, catching some. There's so many different factors that you should be trying to wake up and say, all right, you know what? Look, we gotta do something. So I'm saying it needs to be a family structure and a family blanket that's back in order. This is again why we see some of the current problems that we see. Like prime example, I've seen something and it threw me off only because I said this is a prime example of people using kids as pawns. Some of you women will be upset 9 out of 10 because the person you did, and this would kill me. If you do have somebody that's actually stern, actually wants to be involved, regardless if they with you or not, why are you using these kids and always trying to keep them away from the kids? If this person has a reputable reputation, you know for a fact, you know this person up and down, and you ain't getting no ill vibes about them, why would you keep them away from their kids? Now, prime example, even if we ain't together and I could be moving, let me see my child because I don't know when the next time I'll be back. I could be down and out right now, but I'm not going to be down and out forever. I probably got an opportunity wherever I'm going. So let me visit my child. Let me see my child. You know, some people don't think about that. And then prime example, you don't think about it along those lines because now prime example, what if, and key word, what if it was a situation where now that person was trying to get all that time for good reason and come to find out it could be a situation where that person untimely passes away. And not through violence, just it could be an untimely death. It could have been their last moments and they not even know it. They just wanted to see their child. How would you feel then? There are occurrences like that. No doubt, Angel. I know you cooking. And I want some. I'm being greedy today. I'm being greedy. But yeah, like, with these topics, I'm saying it is always going to be something to bring up. And I would tell some of y'all women straight up, don't do that to a man that's definitely trying to be a man as far as their kid is concerned. Have a common ground again, because again, it's not about y'all, it's about the kids. It's about the future potential growth. You gotta understand that certain decisions again you make, especially when there's kids involved, they're gonna have consequences to that. Because again, when questions are being asked, you have to answer them truthfully. If you don't, again, when they find out what it really is, or that's just like if they know what it is already and they want to see if you tell the truth and you don't tell the truth, they will resent that. So again, it should be some sort of peace and balance to where, okay, you know what? Even if we are moving on with it, we moving on with our lives separately, we still got to think about this child. But if we can come back together at some point, that's even better. Because again, the dynamic should always be a balance. Oh snap! I hear you, Angel. Don't worry, I'm gonna need my plate via email, so don't worry. But yeah, just a couple of little pieces of things I'm gonna bring up tonight, definitely. But we're gonna delve deep into it. Serious, what's going on, baby? Because here's the thing: there's nothing more joyful or there's nothing more blessed than bringing life into the world, being a part of your children's growth, not just education wise, but spiritually, mentally, and shoot. even physically. You're gonna need that. Gotta teach them basically everything. And again, it does take a family structure. But you know, some things they're gonna go hand in hand. And tonight's topic is definitely gonna be about it because there's a few things, like I said, I'm bringing up tonight. I was just giving y'all bits and pieces of what to expect, and you're gonna get a deep conversation on that one. The one thing again to remember is have your fun, do what you do, but make sure you don't offend, and also make sure you don't have to suffer the consequences of explaining down the line later what, who, where, when, and all that extra shit. I'm sorry. You don't want to have to go through it. Not unless you really built for that and you really going to be up in front about it. Again, you're going to have to take accountability and responsibility for certain actions that you do. These topics definitely going to come into play tonight. So, did want to ask something else too, but I'm not going to add that to tonight's topic. One second. Damn, it was a complex one too. Oh, how would you feel as a parent? Prime example. If God forbid something did happen to one of yours, and instead of getting the justice you were supposed to be getting, you get a slap in the face and the person walk off free. How would you as a parent react to that? Do you allow your law of the land to kick in as far as taking a life? Or you still gonna fight tooth and nail to get the justice that you deserve? Because I've honestly, maybe it's just me, it's just my view and opinion. I've always felt in those situations, if you killed my child and they ain't gonna do nothing, that's when that law of the land is supposed to kick in. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Definitely not gonna do that. Especially if my child ain't do nothing, or you really just being negligent. Prime example. Or how would you feel if not it was just your children? What if it was your mother, your uncle, your aunt, anybody along those lines, right? How would y'all feel if y'all got a direct slap in the face when you know they really supposed to go down regardless? Andrew, what's going on? I mean, maybe that's just me. You know, and some people, you know what? I've seen some situations where it got left in the court. Or even if the people did get time, prime example, it might not be the time that you thought they should get. Like if I know you deserve a life sentence and they only give you maybe 10, 15 years the max, that's a problem. So I feel any loss of life, regardless to what, that should be automatic 25. And especially, prime example, if you did kill somebody, let's say if it was a car accident, you killed somebody, you killed the woman, didn't know she was also pregnant. That still counts. So now you got more than one murder to deal with. Because again, you have people who have been irresponsible on the road, irresponsible in general, even at events. And it costs innocent people their lives, or just costs people their lives that it didn't necessarily have to happen. Now, I do believe to some degree there's some things in life you're just not going to be able to forget. It's just my opinion on it, my general view on it. Hope you feel better, Anita. My fault. I'm catching up with the chat 'cause I wasn't even looking at the chat. Damn. Um, hope you feel. Hope you definitely feel better soon, Anita. Definitely healing prayers. Healing prayers to everybody that need it right now. And my bad, because it's too much going on in my mind. See, when my mind is on 100, that's why I say I can't never be a one trick pony. And at some point, you got to get the views and opinions and honest answers from the people. Healing prayers to everybody, including Red Shirt. That's what y'all want to call him now, Red Shirt James. But and definitely healing spiritual prayers to those who need it, who lost family as of recently. You know, anybody that's just going through it. But it's just really something to think about, though. Some people got different views and opinions. See, like I said, when it comes to certain situations, if it would be all right, if it's an accident, freak accident, stuff like that happens, that's different. That's a different story because a lot of times that just could be, by design. And as much as you want to get mad or even blame that person, sometimes that might not be the case. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to situations like that, how would you feel? You know, like if it was a real honest accident and the person has been legit and sincere, then you got to forgive that. Because again, sometimes that could be by design by that holy creator. We never know. Because accidents do happen. But then you have those accidents in particular where that was just negligence and just flat out murder on somebody's behalf. How would you feel on that? Especially if you had to look the killer in the eye. Definitely healing prayers again. I hear you, Tanya. Definitely healing prayers for her too. Healing prayers for everybody. I don't care if you old, young, or you a baby. Period. 'Cause everybody going through something right now. You going through something mentally. Prayers to you too. So I think in these instances right here, this is why I say you gotta just live by a specific character. And not the character of playing one like some people do. It just got those who have actual character. Some people actually do feel and have deep emotions. Then you have those who they don't care. But I'm one of them rare ones that come on here that tell you I really do sincerely pray and hope everybody do get better if they are having specific health issues, especially if you're part of the family. You already know how I feel about it. But I would say for those who, again, probably had to look the killers in the eyes, because we've seen some instances, they've been even surfacing everywhere. Some people actually lose their mind, especially if they looking at the killer of whether it's their child, family member, mother. Some people go berserk. And in that instance right there, especially if it was heinous and a person ain't showing that they cared at all, nah, listen, they gotta suffer some sort of consequence. I can remember an old one when the guy killed his, well, the boy then killed. Not even a boy. He was a whole grown man. Man killed his son, didn't even have to kill the man's son. He didn't show not a near lick of emotion or anything. When that father got up to look like he was getting ready to go to the stand and even testify or just give his whatever, man, that was the quickest yoke and grab I ever seen in my life. That man damn near killed him. And those instances, I feel, look, the only thing I feel y'all should do is just detain them. If it didn't go as far, just detain them. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think about that. Think about that in a legit way. You didn't show no compassion at all, and you actually did what you did, and then you think you might even get some sort. Nah, man. In those instances, you can't really do nothing but detain them again. Because think about the wave of emotion. Some people, again, are bound to snap. And then think about it too. Some people are going to snap because in certain instances, certain cases is going to take a minute, depending on the severity and the bookings of the cases that are, like I said, some cases don't start for probably about a year, depending. Think about all the turmoil. Think about all the turmoil and everything, especially for those who had to look these killers in the eyes, especially when these killers didn't show no bitter remorse. You had one that showed remorse only because when he found out he was getting 45 to life with no possibility of anything. Now the reality done set in. Again, sometimes you got to be mindful of your decisions. I don't care if you moving in the streets or if you just moving accordingly like you're supposed to be. Be aware of the decisions that you make and the steps that you take, because at some point, if they both collide, it will make the ground shake. You ain't ready for that. Like I said, some of these discussions that I bring up definitely needed. They need to be batted in the head of some people. Because again, without an undeniable truth, you can't say that I'm not saying something that's truthful. And don't worry, it'll be an open panel discussion. Don't matter. Anybody more than welcome to hit it, because again, it's always good for the people to see and get different views. No doubt, Angel. I definitely appreciate you and appreciate you for dropping those links, baby. Appreciate you and Serious. Y'all been going in, man. Time y'all ain't here, y'all been going in. I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you need me, if anything, just hit me. I'll be up. I don't think I'm hardly resting today anyway. So, but yeah, that's another good question to ask. Because again, you never know what lies around those borders again. And if it's a situation where you happen to come across that, how you gonna react? And again, I feel if it's an accident, then you know you have to learn to forgive. Not so much as forget, but you have to forgive, and you have to be strong and just keep yourself moving forward. Because again, sometimes freak accidents happen. But again, if it's just negligence and everything else. If they don't get the right justice, you deserve justice, period. So I do believe in that. No, and law of the land and karma definitely play hand in hand, especially if you did something along those lines. Oh, another question. How would you feel if somebody played a part in somebody that you love murder? How would you feel about that? That it's just a lot of different things that could be thrown out there. Since I'm a one trick pony, I'm gonna show you how much of a one trick pony I am. No, I'm not. I'm a jack of all trades, like I've been saying. Word, what's going on, my guy? You good, bro? You good? Shoot. But yeah, I definitely will have this open panel tonight. And I'm more than welcome to hit the link and give y'all views and opinions on the few of the topics I'm bringing in. And but for today's topic though, is just how would you feel though? Not even really a topic today. It's just a multitude of everything. But some of this topic is kind of funny though, as far as like today. Oh, how would you feel if you really had to explain something that shouldn't have to be explained at all? Or explain something that just ain't going to leave a good taste in your mouth, or it's just going to leave your kids in confusion. So it's going to be a few things, like I said, tonight in particular. But that was another thing I had to ask too. At least today for this afternoon portion was, how would you feel down the line if you had to explain certain situations? Again, you got to make sure the decisions that you are making and that you carefully placing into motion, it don't backfire. Ice cream truck dead ass today, knowing damn well it's about to rain. My bad, y'all. I'm just saying, you don't give me no copyright. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm about to say, you ain't gonna give me no copyright, y'all. Damn ice cream truck. Only in the city, y'all. And honestly, that should be a question. If you had to explain something to your child, regardless of what it was, would you be strong enough to do it? But just all in all, though, general good question that should be asked too. Would you be strong enough to tell your kids what you need to tell them? And in some instances, no, it don't always got to be a bad thing. If it's just something that you feel you need to explain to them in order for them to understand why you do certain things or why you present yourself a certain way, or why you feel eerie about certain situations and things at play, at least you could be strong enough to tell them why. Some people will run away from that. I don't think you should be running. Oh no, I've been chilling, BMF. I already know that part. My phone catching up with the chat. About to say, what you gonna do now, Riaz? Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. Wait, BMF, guess what? Your internet ain't got nothing to do with them lottery tickets, man. Come on, son. We all trying to be great in here. Yo, word. I'm gonna need you to be petty today. Clip that. Your loss of internet got nothing to do with them scratch off tickets. We trying to be great, baby. Oh man, but yeah, I've always felt like this again. Depending on what you did and how you was able to either see a silver lining or make a change and whatever. If that's an inspirational story, then you gotta be strong enough to be inspirational. Cause I'll be honest with you, for some of y'all have dealt with it. Yeah, man. I know. I know BMF. I had to mess with y'all, baby. No, but you gotta look at it. Some people have different backgrounds. And when you do have kids, you have to be able to present not just the best version of yourself, but you gotta also be able to tell the story on how you came to your conclusion. So they can make their own when they come into their own conclusion and come into their own. Because they ain't gonna be carbon copies of you. I don't care how much they try to inspire, they ain't gonna be no carbon copies of you. But they will know how to, just create the best options for themselves. They will have will to think the way they need to think without being affected. And if something does affect them, they got a way to get past it, get through it, recoup from it, and use it and utilize it for something grander. You always got to think about the silver lining. Give them that, give them that good tool of inspiration, motivation, determination, and just sheer willpower. You need all of that. In my opinion, that will help you get to the best successes in life. Again, where some people like to play chess and checkers and everything else, you gotta remember the main game that we all knew and love. You have to play the game of life and actually play the game of life. Don't let that ball go over your head. If it did, you wasn't meant for it. The whole goal, right, is to get around the board. But all in all, though, oh, all right, good. He making his U-turn. I thought he was about to. It's my fault because that ice cream truck parked not too far from me too, y'all. I was trying not to get a copyright. And that sucker loud too. I think he making a conscious effort to go home now because you ain't gonna be getting nothing. It's about to rain soon, my guy. But yeah, just think about that. In order to have a success story, you gotta actually have a story. And if you got a story, you need to bring it. Because again, that story can even be an inspiration to anybody. It can give some sort of inspiration, knowledge, and hope for those who really feel hopeless. It could also be inspirational and therapeutic for those who might be at a depressing time. And it could possibly even help them cope with it a little bit better. You're always going to face some sort of head on collision with certain things in life. So, again, at some point, you will have a story, even as you coming into age. And when you do come into age, shouldn't be nothing far fetched or far off. You know what you built, what you become, and what you still continuously growing. Miss Tracy, what's going on, baby? Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. I just had to do the little afternoon wrap up. You know me, I would have did the mornings, but I had to get a few things in order actually. That and I really wanted to make sure I was in the best mind states to bring what I needed to bring this morning and for the night. So yeah, it's a process because when some people would say it's a trigger moment, I wouldn't necessarily say trigger. Now I'm not even going to be triggered. Just certain situations that it just really completely turns me off. Period. And again, when some people are just not thinking and they just doing and letting it be out there, that's a problem. Like I said, there's some things that you should think before you do. If you know this video could be distasteless or whatever, uh, put it on hold or edit something out or just don't even put it up at all. If it's that disgusting, don't put it up. Don't record it. Why? Because again, it's not going to be a good look for you. Especially if at some point down the line you got to explain to your youngins and your future generations why this stuff out here is surfacing. James, what's going on, my guy? Hope all is well with y'all too. You know, hope all is well with you, man. Did you have some appointments today, man? Look like you was over here two stepping for a second. Nah, we was just talking about you. But just think about it though. At some point down the line, you gotta realize what's more important. Because again, I can see you being young and dumb. Because in certain instances, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people who are young, immature, naive in the mind, and they don't. Just keeping it above with you. But again, depending on how far you went and what you did, it can have those consequences where you're gonna have to explain it on why. And on other instances, how do you explain to your child? Let's say, for example, if it's not something on the freak nasty kind, prime example. How do you explain to your kid, prime example, when you behind bars for life or you behind bars for more than a few years of that child's life? How do you really tell them the truth? Especially when they're young, young. How do you really tell them the truth? And that's on either end. I'm just asking that straight up. Your goal as a parent is to also make sure you keep yourself from having to do the necessary. Now, again, if it's justifiable and you have to do what you do, then that's different. And that's just by any borderland standard, in my opinion. But there's other things now. Don't crash out and burn out. You know what I'm saying? Tonight's open panel definitely going to be a multitude of those situations going on, and we're going to delve into it. But something else I was going to bring up this afternoon. My scalp hurt, y'all. Give me a second. Oh, shit. Man, it was on the tip of my tongue, too. My bad, y'all. See, I got too many thoughts going on in my mind. But it just goes to show some people ain't never a one trick pony. I just be having too much on my mind. So it was something along the lines of, I'm trying to think. Oh my goodness. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but it do got to do with money and, oh shoot. Give me a second, y'all. Really trying to think. 'Cause it was interesting. It messed my mind up a little bit too. Court, what's going on, baby? Oh, that's what I was getting ready to ask y'all. How would y'all feel if y'all thought y'all had legit contracts and found out they were shady? Like contracts that look fully legit, and then you find out they not. Or how would you feel if you thought you got a check and come to find out it's a bounce check, and not more than once? Especially if you're working at an establishment. Yo, I'm telling you, man. Listen, these situations and these topics can happen for days because there's some people that you might as well have this to yourself anyway, bro.
I'm sorry.
If it's weak, nah, if it's weak, you good, bro.
I'm so sorry.
They ain't gotta worry about me.
I didn't mean for you to move. I gotta ask permission first.
You good, bro? You ain't even gotta move. I gotta get up anyway. Oh.
Going back to work.
Uh,
I'll think about it.
mm,
Thank you. Have a good day.
wait, love, baby, what happened? What you mad about? Hold on, you gotta talk to me. What happened? I'm lost in the sauce, baby. Let me find out you ain't find traffic. I mean, you ain't find parking. Or you might have to go outside your area. What's going on, baby? Or you stuck on a double shift. I'm gonna keep guessing. King Bill, what's going on? I'm gonna keep guessing. But that is yeah, that is a good question. How would you feel if you got caught in a scam? Like you really thought you had a legit contract on something. It didn't matter what you was doing, and come to find out, yeah, it ain't what it is. Because regardless of what's going on, I'm telling you, some of them scams are still real as hell. Wait, love, baby, what are you crying for? You still ain't even answer my question. What's going on, baby? Come on now. Come on now. Man, my scalp hurt. I just thought about something too. It's amazing what some people will do and really don't give a damn. My scalp hurt. Yo, Oh man, my scalp hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that piece tonight too. Don't worry. Oh man. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tonight because it's really amazing what some people will do and let they damn man. Y'all let y'all addictions take y'all to the utmost. My scalp hurt. I swear. Some people just don't got a conscience, and not a conscionable mind to think that in certain situations, especially when you know there could be kids present or could be coming through there, and you, my scalp hurt. Uh, some of y'all with addictions, y'all need to really just get yourselves help or start using what part of the brain you do have left. I'm sorry because yeah, I'm gonna talk about that later. I was already getting up, but just for the fact that you even asked me if you could, yeah, that goes to show you. I don't care if you did try to have a level of respect, bro. You really still gonna do something inside of an area where, yeah, your conscience is definitely gone. And you got some elders sitting next to you. So if it backdraft, yeah, they gonna get the whiff of that. So yeah, my bad, y'all. See, I'm never gonna be a one trick pony, baby. It's crazy. He just really, yeah. I gotta let that sink in, y'all. I just had a real, in my opinion, that could have turned into a real, excuse my language, the N word moment. You could not have been seriously asking me that, and then pulled it out. Yo, like, about to say the audacity. Like, come on. There's some things you really gotta keep under wraps. I'm sorry. That's not being a real adult. I don't care what you know. That's not being logical in a sense of why would you even do that? That would be like asking somebody in their household, yo, you think I can do this? Bro, you serious? Like, wow, nah, you should have did that before you even went to go do anything. I could see if it was some bud or something, or even a drink, but nah, you doing something else. You bugged out. In an area where you know at some point people gonna come out, they gonna start cooking out, doing whatever. Kids could probably be involved if it don't rain. But still, that's like if you wasn't doing that today, you did that on any given day. Where's your morals and standards at? You wanna smoke that ready rock? Smoke that ready rock before you go wherever you going. That is supposed to be a whole purpose, right? My bad. I'll wait. I'll wait. I ain't look, I'm not judging, but it's just something you know for a fact you ain't supposed to be doing. It ain't presenting to the world, man. At least not the kids anyway. Come on now. Lucky those group of kids did go by, but still, you really pulled out the whole pipe. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Getting principles, morals, and boundaries out the damn window. So, what else do you expect? And again, that's a sad notion on things because, yeah, come on now. You really sit here and ask a whole grown man, and hey, yeah, you sit here and, like, why are you asking me for? I gonna be here anyway. You already knew what it was. Show me. I already knew what it was. That's why I was laughing. I was like, nah, we're not doing that. bugging. Like I was already up anyway because I almost forgot. I do gotta go and grab some dog food for the young buck upstairs. But like I said, we're gonna definitely have a couple good topics, and we're gonna delve into them tonight. Definitely, I think it's gonna be a good one, like it always is. It's gonna be a good one, and y'all more than welcome to hit the pen. No, me, I try to give y'all the morning, but got pushed back some, but it's all good. Still got some time to talk to you. I'm also trying to see, uh, yeah, let me see if I could do some. My bad, y'all. Could do a Thirsty Thursday special. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. Um, then got caught up in a little bit of too much activity. So at some point, you'll be getting those quiet outsides. Um, right now, everything gonna be active, even on days like this. It's still kind of active outside. A little active, a little active. But I had to definitely get the rush with y'all, and definitely want to get y'all in tune for the topics tonight. You're always more than welcome to hit the panel. I could be back with some music on the backup, so but all in all, though, either which conversations we have is always going to be the good ones because they're ones that are really needed right now. And again, I think the question for the day was, depending on a certain circumstance, would you be able to tell your kids or explain to your kids situations, especially if it was situations that might not be too safe or neither ain't? How do you explain to your kid how you missed a portion of their life or why somebody is missing out their life? But, those who just tuned in, you already know y'all gonna have to catch that replay. It's about that time for me to figure out lunch. And like I said, I'll definitely bring some music. And the open panel will definitely be early tonight. So, it's a good conversation and we definitely ready for it. So hopefully y'all enjoying your mornings, your afternoons, and your evenings for everybody across seas and better. We'll definitely be in here later. Definitely always great talking with y'all. And you ain't have to be here, but you was here, and that was something good. Again, you know, those questions are going to be presented. You know, I think it's about to rain too, so let me hurry up and get myself out this. I'll definitely be back later, y'all. But hopefully y'all enjoy yourselves. Oh yeah, I'm being nosy, so I better see some food shorts. I'm definitely being nosy. I'm being extra nosy today as always. So, y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. Like I said, I'll definitely bring this open panel early tonight. And be prepared for a special Thirsty Thursday. I think, oh no, my fault. It's not Thirsty Thursday on my channel. Get ready for that Throwback Thursday. Yeah. I'm going all the way in the crates. For those who was in here recently, y'all know I was going in the crates. It's only just begun. But we definitely gonna have some fun. And, hopefully y'all see most of y'all later on. It definitely gonna be good conversation. You know, y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Oh shoot, big dog, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, appreciate all those that just tuned in. But ain't that's the most thing to remember? Every everyday blessing, a new lesson, and there's no need to really be stressing. So, but we definitely gonna do this. Oh yeah, definitely have your tap shoes, your dance shoes, your wallabies, whatever ready. Your Scooby Doos, whatever. I'm definitely going in. But y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.